Hey everybody, Jamie here. Welcome to my third episode of Keeping It Real with Jamie. Oh, we got an audience tonight. We got a exciting show tonight. My friends from the Shorty Long Band are here tonight. Tonight in studio was John Kern, Nicolette Davis, Ricky Tesh, right?
Yes, sir.
And Fork Truck Freddy sitting over there on the other side. Yep, he's here for support.
Forklift.
We'll be hearing from him, I'm sure, after. Exciting night. This, you know, if you don't know who the Shorty Long Band is, you're definitely not from Ocean County. But this is a band that is definitely the hottest band. I mean, it's crazy the people that come from all over to see these guys. To me, I like seeing these best in the Beachcomber.
Beachcomber.
You know, you guys, that's
home base for us. It's our favorite place.
DuPont and Boardwalk, Seaside Heights, New Jersey.
Nice.
Every Thursday
Yeah.
throughout the summer.
And Sundays now.
Sundays
During the
for
football
October at least. So come on out and say you saw the podcast. We'll give you a free T-shirt.
Oh, look at that. Hot band. Really a good, entertaining band. So let's get right into the shindig. Everybody's got some bourbon here, and you're drinking soda, which is nice. And Forklift Fred, Fork Truck. Forklift or Fork Truck?
Forklift.
Forklift Fred. He's drinking his little soda over there. I'm drinking
He's
coffee.
got a Coors Light, like we're sponsored by Coors Light. Thank you, Short Points Distribution Company. Make some noise.
And don't you have a whiskey that?
Yeah, Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey. They haven't re-upped yet for 2024, so we're a little cautious, but we love them.
All right.
Make some noise out
Yeah, well, all right. So we're good with that. Make some noise. Nice. So, guys and ladies, so when did you two eventually, hook up from the beginning? When? Well, first of all, how long have you been together?
Biblically? No, we started playing together in 95, 96 in a different band. And then, but yeah, pretty much more than half of my life.
Wow.
I met him when he was little.
Thank you. He'll be here all week. But how did you meet? I mean,
well, I was working in a music store when I was like 19, and my friend Nick Chili was also working in a music store, and I was like, "Dude, we should."
Nick Chili.
Yeah. I said we should start a band. So, he's like, all right. So he's like, come to my basement and we'll practice. So he had a bunch of guys. There was actually another bass player the first time we practiced. And then, I don't know, the guy he kept messing up on a part. And then Nick slapped him. And then the next week, Johnny was in the basement.
Nice.
Yeah.
And it took off from there, right?
They told me there was hookers and extra. No, they told me it was a great time down there.
Johnny didn't want to play with me, though, because he knew he'd have to move all my shit.
Well, I just didn't want to play with the kid that was playing in the mall for tips at the time. I was enamored with a band called Big Orange Cone, and I thought that I would look, like the ugliest one and, get all the scraps, how you say that. I got to be careful here. Last time we did this, I went too far.
Yeah, but due to technical problems on my end, we missed all that, but...
That's right. You know what? We're keeping it real.
We are keeping it real here. Yep.
Buy a house from Jamie. For the love of God.
For all your real estate needs. Jamie Lissasso.
But he has the best presentation. I have no money for it, but I always want to go get money and buy a house from Jamie. Crossroads Realty, Jamie Lissasso.
Along with Shorty Long. All right. So, do you remember your first gig together as Shorty Long? Or before it was Shorty Long, you guys said it was something else?
How about remember our last gig?
Yeah. I don't remember our first gig at Shorty Long. I remember our first gig as the Fill-Ins.
The Fill-Ins.
It was at All the Perks Coffee House across from where Ribs Hub is now.
Oh, okay.
That was our first gig.
Wow.
Yep.
And then
and all of a sudden, just boom.
Now these guys play from Harrah's to you were at the Trop this past week.
Yep.
What really cracks me up about this band is no matter where you go to see them, like we saw them in more than a few places, whether it be in South Jersey, up in Somerset County, they go out to the Parks Casino. Yep. Out in Pennsylvania, up in the Poconos, you guys played. Port Jervis, Florida. New York, Key West. There's always a crowd. I mean, you guys attract a crowd no matter where you go.
We're insanely
and that's
lucky.
awesome.
Well, when we played at Key West Thank you, Sloppy Joe's. Make some
Yeah,
noise out
yeah.
there. Love it. We played down there. I guess 28 times, 28 shows, and the first time, Shorty called me up because I was taking a flight in while they drove down. Shorty can't fly because of his eardrums or some horse shit. I don't know, but he was taking a drive down there, and in the middle of the night, people were clapping in the streets. Can you hear me now? I'm sorry. People were clapping in the streets. Hope you heard the bad stuff I said before, too. And they went crazy. They loved Shorty. And it's just a great thing to be able to come to a place like Key West, which is 1,200 miles away or something, and people know who he is. And that's all we could ever have wanted, and hopefully 10 times as much. Back to you.
Well, my first experience, or our first experience with you guys, was we were doing it was at that VFW down Route 9 where the tank is in Barnegat, and we were at a function there. It was a clam and sausage and pepper type thing, a clam.
It always is.
And then we're sitting there. It was about 100 degrees out, and we were opening clams, and my uncle was doing the sausage and peppers. And I'm, as soon as I hear music, I turn right to the music, and I'm saying, holy shit, look at these guys. So I walk across. You guys are sitting actually out towards Route 9 facing, towards the end of the thing, facing in. And I walked up, and I was just like staring at you guys. You must have thought I was some kind of idiot. But I was just sitting. I was amazed. And then I guess about a year later, we were at the Beachcomber on a I forget when it was. It was a Sunday afternoon, I think. It was still daylight. And then I see you coming along, and we're sitting in the booth, and I'm watching, and the thing was for the bar where they do the service, it opens and closes. I see this guy comes underneath the thing, the bartender comes over, gives him a drink. Now I'm fixated on this guy, right? I'm like, this is my kind of guy. So I was watching, and then you guys came up, and you had the whole section, the horn section, and blew that place away, man. It was really entertaining, and then ever since I was a fan, and now I get to call you guys friends.
Oh, yeah, man.
Which is even better.
We love you, brother.
We still want to call you Clam Man.
Maybe my younger days.
You're a real shucker.
Amongst other things. Right, Johnny?
I'll be on that one.
So what does this show have to do about real estate? Not a damn thing tonight. Tonight it's about music and Shorty Long. But I mean, you guys, I know you've been together, you've been played everywhere. I mean, everybody down here knows Shorty Long. You see the stickers on the car. I used to love the one with the wheelchair, dude. You sitting there with the piano. That was a good one. They fill the places up, and that's what, they want. But the music is really, really good. And,
Thank you.
Thank you.
you got the whole horn section going, Shorty Long and the Jersey Horns, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal sound because, that's what it's about. It's about sound.
Yes.
Now,
Yep. Sound matters.
Yep. Now, you guys are the founders.
Yes, me and Johnny.
And that was you guys. All right.
Yep.
And now you got my boy Carl. How long has Carl been with you? Coconut Carl? Is that what he was?
I think he started when I cracked my skull open. That was his first gig with us when you guys did that benefit for me.
You cracked your skull?
Oh, yeah, I broke my skull, my orbital, my nose, my arm. In between, we were playing a show, and John's like, come on, we got to go back on. So back when I was younger, I could go really fast. And I'm doing about 20 miles an hour across the parking lot to go back in, and I didn't see one of those concrete things in front of where you park,
Oh, yeah.
And I flew 10 feet.
Wow.
Landed
Holy
on my
shit.
head and-
Was anybody out there, or did you
Yeah, the whole
lay
band
there?
was out there.
Okay.
Did you ever see the Christmas Story? Like that show when the dogs come in and the turkey goes flying?
Yeah. I love that movie.
Yeah.
I'm so excited when they play it one after another
Mm-hmm.
at Christmas.
They do like
He
the
went- he
marathon.
the
of it.
marathon.
Yep.
That is so cool.
He went flying. He wound up on the ground. And that place is now called Salty's. Make some noise for
Oh,
Salty's.
Salt
Yeah.
is what you guys play. Yep.
And we're playing there, and we're in the back room now, so it's busier. God bless, we love it. But we're back there in the way back outside the parking lot, and Shorty went flying. And when he's on the ground, literally, there was a halo of blood around him, and he's holding my hand. His hand got cold, and he was like, "I love you, buddy," and I said, "I love you" back by mistake. And next thing you know, we're in a emergency room, and I was holding a Q-tip to something to keep it from bleeding until I got bored, and then I left. But I love him. Give it up for Shorty. Make some noise. He pulled through.
I'm still alive.
Well,
It's been a marriage since then.
yeah, you guys, definitely like a marriage. I mean,
I love 'em.
I get the opportunity to take lessons at Beechwood Music
That's
in the
right.
house.
205
Beechwood
Atlantic
Music.
City Boulevard.
Yes, that's where I met John. Really got to know him. I've been taking lessons now a couple of years.
Yeah.
And
Doing great.
got to play with you guys.
Cousin's band right here, and some other things
That's
too.
my other thing. But so I really got to know you, and you fill me in with a lot of stuff. I mean, we've really gotten, a close friend, and we see each other every week, and we
Love
talk
it.
a lot of stuff.
How
Yeah.
much stuff have you filled him in
Oh,
with?
well,
No, nothing like that. No.
every week it gets bigger. Make some noise out there,
Yes. So, I get the opportunity to, know the inner workings of the band, and you've taught me so much about, me actually playing out now, which is cool, and I never would be able to do that without you. So
people. When we say bigger, can we pan to Fork Truck Fred?
there's no cameras over there, unfortunately. But and I thank you for that. Turning me into
Dude,
a
thank
guitar
you.
player. And one day we're gonna get up and we're gonna play. And as far as I bring up the music store because a lot of your students end up playing with you guys, which
and
is
playing on
awesome.
the circuit. They play on a circuit. They play worldwide, and they never talk to me again or give me any credit at all. They play with
Hey,
symphony
listen.
orchestras. They play with freaking I don't even know. And they go, who? There was some dude. I don't know. No, I'm blessed to have any of them though. I'm kidding around. They're awesome.
No, of course you guys are always kidding around. But and you also had what was his name? The singer, Ron. What was his name?
Oh, Ron Brooks.
Yeah.
Ron Brooks.
Ron
He was with
Brooks.
you
Make some
guys
noise.
for a
Ron
while.
Brooks.
You know what happened to him, don't you?
No.
Bonfire.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
But,
That was before we met him.
yeah. But no, you guys have really had a lot of people come through your band, like Matty, the guitar player.
Matt Kahn.
Man, that
Yeah,
kid
that-
can
He
play
doesn't
the
forget
guitar.
he doesn't forget his roots.
That kid's better than all of us.
You got to see his
play.
band, Matt Kahn. I don't know what Matty Instamatty or something. What's some? Give me
Yeah, I
some- give me
follow
some
him on Instagram.
Instagram. He's
Yeah.
on Instamatty. Come on, I need all the tags from Matt Kahn. Make some noise, Matt Kahn.
Matt
Come
Kahn.
on,
Yeah.
so
Phenomenal.
good on guitar.
I got lucky to play with him at the barbecue joint because he was playing when you were doing the open mic night.
Bill's barbecue.
Yeah,
Bill's
I
Barbecue
mean, I was
great.
like, wow, this kid is amazing.
He-
Those
He's a
people try really
phenom.
hard, man.
And James, your guitar player that plays with you sometimes.
From
now?
Yeah,
temporary
Temporary
Man,
grace.
this
Yep.
kid can play
His
too.
band is called Temporary Grace, and I think they're better than us. So I tell all our fans to cheat on us and go see them. Make some noise. Temporary
And then
Grace.
you got Slash. He's like a high school kid or just out of high school, right?
Yeah.
Well, since he
That
cut his
kid
hair,
can play guitar.
since he cut his hair, his name is Slush. But we
Slush.
fucking
He's
didn't
at
know
Rowan
him.
University.
We love
Rowan?
him.
All right, studying music?
Yeah.
Nice. Good for
Him
him.
and Christian Shelwa.
Okay. We're here
roommates.
for Christian.
Christian,
X.
give her a Christian X.
And we have Nicolette. Now, you are not a student of John, but however, if you want some voice lessons, Beechwood Music, Nicolette
does
can hook
teach.
you up. She does teach voice. Are you still doing piano lessons?
I haven't since
He's still
last
taking the
year.
money from the parents, but he's not giving any lessons.
Yeah, I haven't. I might do it again this winter.
Have to see how the bills work out.
Yeah, there you go. Well, we all got to do that. Well, keep that in mind. And John with the bass and guitar. And
Loving
they
life.
got trumpet. And yeah, and for also your musical rentals, your band, you're in a band, a school marching band. You go
Yep.
see these guys here. They're going to
Serving
hook you
all
up.
of the greater Toms River area, as well as Ocean County.
Because remember one thing, when you walk into the Guitar Center and buy something, not the Guitar Center is a bad place. I love the Guitar Center, any of those big chain places. But when you go back, when there's an issue, they're not even going to know who you are. You go into Beechwood Music, they're going to say, what's the problem? Yeah, come on, let's go to the back room.
Well, Guitar Center is basically Mitch Romney's hedge fund, so make some noise out there. I don't know how you feel politically, but it is what it is.
So, with that being said, Nicolette, another one, phenomenal voice on you. You're young? Go ahead.
I'm 20.
Wow, 20 years old, and what a voice. She can rock a room. Proud Mary, phenomenal.
Thank you.
Now, how did you come across meeting John and I mean, I know the story,
Yeah.
but tell, everybody.
So my little brother Alex, he is 18 years old. He's autistic. He's very particular with people,
And
And
he sings with the band.
Yeah.
he does sing with the band. He took an extreme liking to John. And my mom and John kind of became like mutuals a little bit. They talked here and there.
Great.
My mom at the time, because I wanted to get into a band myself.
Well,
But
you
I
did a
did-
bunch of school stuff too. Like
Yeah, I
see
did. I did
on
theater.
your page. Yeah,
and-
really
yeah.
cool. You were in Annie, right?
Yeah. I've done Annie 3 times.
Wow.
So, so my mom was asking around, do you know anyone that wants to form a band, or do you have any students or anything? And John says, oh, I have a band. And then we hear about it. And my mom is like, oh, if, my daughter can sing, yada, yada, yada.
I've heard that a million times from
Yeah.
people. We're like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I bet.
So they had these open mic nights, and me and my oldest brother, Frankie, who also plays guitar, we
Great
wanted...
guitar.
Yes,
Yes,
phenomenal.
I played with him.
Great
Yeah.
guy, great. Frankie.
Yep.
Frankie.
He actually sat in a lesson with me, right? That was
Yep.
Frankie. Yeah, he
Awesome.
could
Yeah.
play guitar. Holy Christ!
We were planning on going to the open mics for a while when they had them, but something always came up that night. Like, where last minute we didn't go, but we always planned on going, but never got around to it. So at the time, fast forward to last year, I'm with another band. They were great, but not really my thing. And John says to my mom, do you think your daughter can come up and do like 1 or 2 songs at Beachcomber? Because we're going to have a couple girls singing because their old singer, I guess, couldn't make it.
Yeah,
So
we loved all the people who played with us before,
Yeah.
but at the same time, we need somebody, and her mom was like, my daughter, and I kept hearing about it.
Persistence pays off.
And God bless her, man. Her mom was her biggest advocate, and
Vanessa in the house.
Yeah.
Vanessa Marinov.
Yeah.
and we can't thank Dee Faraci, who was with this band for I guess 16 years, for her service enough, and how great a vocalist she is. Wherever she's playing, go see her. She's great. Give it up for Dee.
Absolutely.
God bless.
Absolutely.
But when we heard Nicolette and realized she could play almost every show, it was like a really good match, So we were very happy.
Nice.
And blown away.
Good for you.
Because I didn't know what to expect the first night. I had no idea. We had another couple of candidates, and some of them were really good, and some of them were inconsistent. I don't know how you say it in a positive way, but they just hadn't ever done this, and it's a lot to ask from somebody to play 200 shows a year. Even people who've been with it, it's tough on their home life, on their marriages, on their relationships with other people, on their day jobs, because you probably do need a day job unless you want to sleep off the hangover every night, So give it up, because this girl fit the bill, and we're so happy.
Yes, good job.
We thank everybody,
you.
though. Everyone who ever helped us out.
Yeah, I mean, you do a good job. You got great stage presence with someone at your age. You really knocks
you.
it out of the park. You really do a good job. I'm impressed.
What was the first time? I have a question.
Go
too.
ahead.
When was the first time you thought about singing with a rock band, or had you done it before?
So I used to do it when I was younger. I would go up on stage with certain people, like family, friends, or whatever, and I would sing. I would do karaoke, but I mainly did theater. But after seeing multiple family members, make a living off of being a musician in bands, I wanted to get into it myself.
Great.
So.
Good choice.
Thank you.
Where do you see yourself 10 years from now? Where would you like to see yourself? What is that, American Idol? You think you would ever do that?
I would love to.
I mean, she's got the chops to do it, no?
And thanks for bringing that up, because we just want to find another singer anyway.
No, listen, I don't think you're going to have to worry about that with her for a while. Plus, you'll be your band.
The contracts suck with American Idol, though. You got to sign away. You can't do anything
There
for
you
a
go.
year.
No, listen, you want to try American Idol, we will support you.
No,
We'll be in the front row.
I just,
What's funny, a funny story about American Idol was last year, my Aunt Natasha and my mom.
Wait a minute. Where's the applause? Go ahead.
For?
Aunt Natasha.
Funny story about American Idol. My mom and aunt got drunk one night, and they were hanging out at my house really late.
Hold
and
on, one more time.
And
Fred, I don't hear nothing over there.
and for shits and giggles, they sent a video of me to like the online audition to American Idol. So I got a call back to send another video audition, so I sent that, and then they wanted to do like a Zoom audition before the in-person ones. Wow. But for some reason, I had a real stick up my ass about it. I wasn't ready
Wow.
to.
You
I
sent
don't
that
know.
on video?
I would have wanted to do that on my
I'm gonna start
own.
watching American Idol.
Oh my gosh, I would want to do that on my own. I didn't want someone else to do it for me. Not that I don't love them for doing it, but it wasn't something I was interested at the time. So when I went on the Zoom audition, maybe this is bad to say, but I purposely flunked it. 'Cause
Wow.
I know, and
you were at my house
and
the night before.
I was at his house. You can vouch for me about that.
Yeah, I told her to
So-
give it her best shot, and she did the opposite.
I didn't feel good that day. I was sick, and then TMI, I ended up having a UTI, so I just all around didn't feel good, and I wasn't in the mood to do it at 10 o'clock in the morning
Wow.
with like 1,000 other people auditioning. I don't know.
My uncle went
I
to
probably
UTI,
should
by
have
the way.
given it
Make
a
some
better
noise,
shot,
UTI.
but
My uncle
Listen,
it
went-
wasn't my day.
You're gonna be able to do whatever
Donna, are
you
you
want.
okay? Are you all right?
Donna's all right. She's laughing over
Did you,
there.
My
is
uncle
she
went
not
to
allowed?
UTI.
Is she not allowed to make noise?
Union Tech Institute.
Blink twice if you're okay.
And in the real estate market, we'll forget about that.
But
This
the
is
other-
great.
The other thing is, that, like, I think she would have all 4 chairs turn around on the
The idol.
shell. Whatever.
Is that how many?
Every Sunday at the shell.
That's the
That-
shell. Yes.
What, the X Factor?
X
Is that what
Factor.
you're talking about when they
What the hell is
bang
it
the button?
With the girl
There's
from-
so many
the girl
shows
from
now.
Low
With the
Down.
voice.
Oh,
The
Stefani.
Voice,
The
Voice.
The Voice. That's the one I don't get.
I would
Yeah.
definitely love to audition for one of those shows again, but when I'm ready.
Knowing what you know now, too. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Dude,
Nice.
this girl, let me say one thing. This girl, without a barn fire, sings this national anthem on every night
Yes.
and knocks it out of the park
Yes.
without hesitation on my asking, which is insane. It's nuts. It's almost slavery. Give it up. Make some noise out there. She'll
Now-
do it now, but I won't go there. You gotta
And-
come to a show.
Yes.
Because
Definitely.
it is the greatest country on the planet. Because somehow, nobody is going to eat him. Make some noise for Shorty. Give it up. Come on.
What?
All right.
Yeah, I don't know where
I
that
know-
was
I know
going.
you had a
but-
joke there.
Other countries, they kill.
Other countries.
And
you
what
know,
happens
I
at
wouldn't have been
what
allowed to
happens
be
at
born
Bethlehem
in, like
Sands?
China? There's no handicapped people in China.
But
'cause-
what happens at Bethlehem Sands?
oh,
Yeah.
what happens at the Sands?
Yes. What do
They
do?
they bust in these people from Chinatown that are like, I don't even think they
And we
speak
love
English.
Chinese people, by the way.
Yeah, no, I have Orientals
Chinese
in my
food.
family. Oh, you can't say Orientals anymore. Anyway, no, but they're directly from like China,
You might have
and
to add
they
some of this.
they walk by me and they stare at me, every one of them, like I'm an animal at the zoo.
And what do you tell
'Cause,
them? What do you tell them? You want? Hey.
You want to see my dick?
Right, that's-
Uh, I know maybe in their culture it's not rude, but like they'll
Of course
just
it's rude. I don't
walk,
care. Yeah.
walk by slowly and just stare at me like
Wow.
bewildered.
That's nuts.
And then- and like
Unbelievable.
Thomas
I'm like
said-
blown away by
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I wrote a bunch of songs for Bon Jovi under the name Bewildered.
bewildered.
B
So,
period Wildered.
all right. So with the handicap, I mean, you have every right
Wait
to
a
be
minute.
bitter.
Hold the.
Am I allowed not to say that? Yes, I could say it.
Don't take offense. Take a whole house and buy it from Jamie Lasasso.
That's right.
You could have easily just given up, and you know what I mean. You got the best
Yeah.
attitude in the world. You're a talented musician. You can sing. You can play your ass off. You party like, listen. You're a professional.
His
Right.
ass was 4 times as big when we started. Now he's played it all.
But I mean, that to me, that's an inspiration to anybody. Don't anybody say I can't do it.
weren't we talking?
Don't
about
ever
Nick
say
Lyle?
that. But
Yeah, for half the show. Listen, it's about me now.
yeah, right
It's all
now
about
it's about Ricky. Yeah, and
You know
to
what?
me that's just
You-
crazy. It's an inspiration to everybody. man.
Everybody's dealt whatever hand you're dealt.
Exactly.
You can only go 2 ways. You either fucking take what you
Well,
were
not
dealt.
anymore.
and-
There's a whole bunch of other ways.
well, yeah,
We're in
2023.
science.
Yeah, it's
Trust the
different.
science.
Yeah.
But you could either just wallow in my own self pity, or I could just be like, "Fuck you, do this."
And go out and play piano like a madman and sing and rock the place. They actually did a documentary.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was-
to make
that
a
was
long story short.
Yep. I got the chance
And
to see that.
Our talent agent, the only person who ever believed in us. And by the way, there are many who still don't. I gotta go this way. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Sorry.
So we want to give a shout out to our friend Al Geary and his entire family,
Up in heaven.
his kids, Ryan, Christian, and Sabrina, who and his beautiful wife Patty, our agent right now Zach Harding, who believed in this band when other people said to us, "We're nowhere. We're happy to be here right now at Crossroads Realty doing a
That's right.
Crossroads Realty
doing a
in
thing."
the
But
house.
I'll tell you what.
Tom's River, New Jersey.
But I'm in Tom's River, New Jersey. If you want a house, get one before they go off the market. And Jamie has a hot contact that way. And I think Al will actually give him that with a Ouija board or something. I'm not sure how.
A Ouija board.
Maybe
They
not.
still
Maybe
make them?
maybe through divine intervention. Let's go positive, not negative.
Ouija board, right? Is that what the
He might tell you. He might tell you where to go. I don't know.
Find me where Jimmy Hoffa is.
The best thing is to break that, you know. But anyhow, we started. When we started to play with this band, we were told no a lot. We still get told no sometimes by certain casinos and entities who think that.
What had happened was we were together the first like 2 or 3 years. We never had an agent. We booked ourselves, and all the clubs were getting packed. So we're like, you know what? We want to go. Me and him wanted to play in Atlantic City and like be in an AC band and stuff, and they won't let you in there without an agent. So we went to every agency like that we could find. All the big agencies. They'd be like, yeah, you know what? You guys are good. Get rid of the little guy.
They said that.
Wow.
Literally, we went to this one agent that was recommended by Harris, who we're with now, and we love Harris. Make some noise for
Yeah.
Harris.
Atlantic City,
Harris,
New Jersey.
Caesars, all that, and they said, try this. One of the inside contacts who had saw the band inadvertently at a party said, hey, man, call these people. We did, and they said, we love the band. They told me this personally. If you get rid of the little guy, we will sign you. And I was like, you got to be out of your mind. I don't. So the next year we saw him at the same party, the same guy sitting back smoking a stogie. He goes, "What happened? I told you that you know, call these people." I said I did, and they told me to get rid of Shorty. He goes, "What the fuck? They're crazy." And next thing you know, he called this other guy Al Geary from Shore Bets at the time, and now it's called Atomic Music Group. And he said, "Call him, and he will." He will definitely help you get into Atlantic. I'm gonna choke up, man. But he said, call him and he'll get us into Atlantic City, and we owe him a tremendous amount of debt. He passed away earlier this year, and he was the best thing that ever happened to this band, and we're just lucky to know him as a people.
He got us so much more than Atlantic City. Right after we signed, I don't know, a year or two later, we opened up for Three Dog Night. At the Hilton Beach Bar in front of 30,000 people.
Then the Red Hot Chili Peppers,
The Red Hot Chili Peppers.
the Rolling
twice,
Stones,
really.
Paul McCartney, all kinds of crazy, stupid stuff that we don't even deserve, and we're just lucky to have done any of it.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys come a long way from the fill-ins.
It's crazy, man. You know, the best part about the Three Dog Night concert was we got done opening up with them, and Three Dog Night comes up on the stage. They got heckled by about 1,000 people in the first couple of rows to bring us back on.
Wow, really?
Absolutely sure there's video. But honestly, the best part is that we're not victims, and we don't look at it like that. The way we look at it is, if you haven't been convinced by watching our show, then you haven't watched our show. And this goes out to everybody who's still saying they don't want a circus and all this other horse shit.
It's not a circus.
GFY,
Yeah,
mother.
we hear that too.
GFY, MF. GFY.
Yeah, it's not a circus. I mean, talented band.
We've had people say that our shirts are offensive. The wheelchair logo.
Oh my God, yeah.
I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
if
Listen,
I'm
we're
not
in a different
offended,
age now.
I'm the one in the wheelchair. If I'm not offended, you have no right to be fucking offended.
Thank you. Thank you. Well said. Well said.
And then the thing is, like, we would love to play your casino. We would love to play your venue. And if you haven't given us, look, we may not work out as a band, and that's cool. But if you didn't give us a shot,
It's all good, man. Listen, I don't want you going far from here. I'd rather see you right here at all the bars.
Yeah.
And that, I mean,
it's easier on the trucks.
it's
Yeah.
easy.
Guess how much that costs a month?
One
Yeah,
thing
they
I-
got a whole
No victims here,
whole trailer, and it's
Am I
a
crying
it's
too
a
much?
road show. No, you're all right.
One
You're
thing
all
I
right.
love about this band is that we go out of state quite a bit.
Yeah, a
into
lot.
like neighboring states though. So I'll always ask him because he's the one always driving. I'll say, "Oh, are we in New York yet? Are we in Delaware yet? Are we in Maryland yet?" And
Yeah, you
I
guys
love the
get
road
around.
trip part.
Yeah, that's cool.
We were playing in Philadelphia on the river, on the Delaware River.
Right.
And Nicolette goes, I love playing this club because you have a great view of the ocean.
Was that George Washington's hat that just drifted down? And the ocean, nice.
And by the way, shout outs to the Cutting Room in New York City.
Yes,
They've had
that's
us
a show I want to
numerous
get
times.
to. That's a show we want to go see you guys in the city. Hit
Seashell.
Little Italy on the way
Steve,
in.
book us
bada
again at the
bing.
cutting room, Steve. We want to come back.
You hear that, Steve?
Thanks, Steve. And also Sloppy Joe's down in Key West,
Yep.
Florida. And
On
also
my bucket list.
Seashell LBI, because Seashell
Yeah.
feels like you're in another country.
Yeah,
Another
another great place.
And
tropical
Paradise Grill in Maryland. That place was
Yes,
cool.
Yeah.
come on, Paradise,
That place was
Maryland.
really cool.
So these
Delaware,
these
actually
guys
Delaware,
get
Delaware.
around.
That was Delaware.
They
That was
get
Delaware?
around.
Delaware.
Delaware, the house.
Yeah.
So I want to bring up another thing too is
Politics.
your brother Alex.
Mm-hmm.
I used to take my lessons right after him. That's how I got to meet Alex and love the kid, love him to death. But the day that'll stick in my mind forever when I think of Alex is the day that what was it, the Beachcomber, hon? The Beachcomber, when he went up and did that Rage Against the Machine
Yep.
song. Holy shit, did he blow it out of the park.
We were
I was so happy for him. I had, like, the hair on my neck was standing up.
we
That
were
was-
all very surprised and thrilled because other than with family, he's very closed off and he's very shy.
It took a while for him to warm up
And he
to
does,
me, too.
yes.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
doesn't warm up right away. He has to trust you to warm up. So the fact that he just put away all of his fears and just got up and sang, he's like a natural front man.
Not
He's
don't need to
awesome.
get up and sing. He commanded the place.
Oh my God!
Giving
When he,
the crowd the finger.
when he
So
gets down on the
blew
floor
us-
and
Jumped
it's
off
awesome.
the stage.
He
I
blew
was
us
like,
all
look at
away.
this.
Nobody was expecting.
Not everybody knows this in the band, but I'm gonna go this way just to make sure you can hear me, because I'm like all
He
that.
goes both ways, by the way.
Yeah, I'll go 10 ways these
Not to
days.
make him a bad person.
So we're down in Lighthouse Tavern. Give it out for Lighthouse Tavern.
Yes,
Make
another
some
great
noise.
place to see these guys.
So we were given a shot by 3 places: Beachcomber, Rivs Hub, was called the Silverton Hub back then, but it's still
Yes.
Rivs. Tony Rivs is great.
Yes.
And also Lighthouse Tavern in
playing there
Waretown, New
forever.
Jersey. Waretown, New Jersey. And also a shout out to Nardi's. And we love the Seashell. We love the Surf City Hotel on LBI, but we were given a shot by all those places. Anyway, make a long story short, we're down there in Waretown, New Jersey at the Lighthouse, and the owner is friends with the guitar player from Rage Against the Machine, from Tom Morello. And when Alex came up and did that, he was so moved, he sent him a video. So give it up for Nicolette's brother, Alex. He
That
is
Tom
so
Morello
good.
video?
Yeah.
Wow.
That
Because
was
the
pretty
kid
cool.
knocks it out of the
Somehow
park.
he knew Tom Morello,
knows
maybe
him.
in college or
Wow.
something like that. He knew him and he had his number. He showed me and he sent him a video.
Holy
that was pretty
cow.
cool.
Huge.
Yeah.
Imagine he
But-
shows up one day to
Oh
see
my
him do
God.
it. That would be
That'd
awesome.
be awesome.
By the
You
way-
listening,
by the way-
Tom?
By the way, the Lighthouse Tavern is such a great place. And, they've gotten a weird rap sometimes, but the guy who runs it now, Jimmy, he took over. And, if you're the son of the owner, and he was, I know my dad wanted me a correctional. My dad wanted to be a correctional officer. I couldn't do that. I would have been locking up half my musician friends all the time, and I could not do that job. And I love my dad. God bless him. And I'm sure that
He was the best.
So to be able to take over for your dad on an endeavor that your dad had, is asking a lot of a human being when you only have one life to live. And we're very blessed that the Lighthouse Tavern is not
Still going strong.
There's not condominiums and it's not homes for anyone. You know what I mean? It's not some kind of nursing home in Ocean County, which we have a lot of them, and deservedly so. We have a lot of older people. God bless them all. Hope they want to come out
Listen,
with
I'm
some
there.
classic rock. We got
I'm in
it.
the fourth
Come
quarter.
on
I
out
think
and
I
see
am
us.
almost
Don't
too.
break a hip.
The one thing I love about watching my little brother perform, though, is like wherever you go, there's always going to be like one asshole or one judgmental
than that.
person or one person shooting a dirty look. But it's so many people that get so into it when he's performing and they're headbanging and they're giving him high fives and hugs and
Yeah,
patting
she
him on
goes
the back.
around. Yeah,
He has like a fan
you
club.
gotta
It's
love the
awesome.
kid, man.
People
You gotta love the
I've
kid.
played at certain places that Alex has sang at where there's regulars, and people will come up to me and be like, "Oh, is your little brother here? I loved how he did
nice.
Killing in the Name of." It's awesome.
Great.
Alex Davis.
Alex in the house.
Alex Davis.
There you go.
All right, Alex, buddy. So, I have a question now. Again, of course, I'm the host. I should be asking the questions.
Sorry.
No, that's all good. Set lists. Do you have set lists?
Nope.
So you just go in and wing it. So I mean, all right.
Here-
How many songs are in your catalog?
3,000, 5,000, I don't know.
Mamma mia.
Here's the thing. If I had to call a set, I'd be empty after about 10 songs. John's the coach. John remembers everything somehow.
Good for
I
you,
just-
Johnny boy.
And he'll during as we're playing, he'll yell into my one ear that I can hear out of whatever we're gonna go into. So John's the one that calls the sets. He reads the crowds because that's what you have to do. You have
He's
to
a
read the
true
crowd. You
professional,
always
there's
play.
no doubt.
Sometimes we're playing in front of a 523-year-olds. Sometimes we're playing for 50 to 60-year-olds. So
Yep.
you can't have a set
The
list.
secret to this, and I'll tell you, and even though it might be a secret to the band that I'm giving away,
All right, this is
I would give it away.
exclusive.
I would give it away to everybody. Is this when you're on stage? Watch the doors. Are they leaving or are they coming? If they're coming in, you got it going on. Watch the dance floor. If they're leaving, you're doing the wrong song. If they're coming up, you're doing the right song. That's what it's about. I don't care what mode you're playing. I don't care what chord progression you're playing. I don't care what chord inversion you're playing. That's what matters more than anything else. I don't care where your voice is. That's what matters. Because you have to, if that venue took a chance on you that night and paid you out of their pocket and what they hoped to make, right, you have to deliver the goods. And if not, work something out. Or else we're all done.
You guys, I mean, you
We're all
guys do
done.
like conga lines and
Yeah.
you know,
We
through
do,
around the
we do.
bars and
We
stuff.
do,
So I
we
mean,
do.
that's people getting
And we
into
figure it out. And I learned more thanks to Mike Carbone at the Beachcomber than I learned from anybody else in this because he gave us the opportunity. The first, he's mopping the floor in the Beachcomber when it was out on the ocean. It's something else now and it burned down and all that stuff.
Yep.
But that guy didn't have to say yes to a gig. He gave us an opportunity to play. When we played, we
Open
learned.
mic.
It was like a live experiment. We got to learn from that, and we got to learn and watch what people left and people came. And there's people walking up and down the boardwalk all night. You give a band like us an opportunity like that, and somehow at that time, timing was right. We figured it out. Pardon me. Here you go.
One thing I've noticed about this band, and I've seen a bunch of other bands, and they're all phenomenal musically, everything. But one thing about us is like we're very interactive. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that
Yeah,
too.
well, yeah.
We talk to the audience. We take their requests. He goes out and does his whole bits on the cars and everything. People take pictures.
Yeah.
We do conga lines. We go out into the audience.
Oh yeah.
Chris Slash,
Yep.
he goes up onto the bar or onto people's tables and plays guitar and gets right in their
Nice.
face. It's
Behind
like-
his neck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, behind his back.
Yeah.
Our one saxophone, Scott Solomon, he goes out into the audience and
Psychopath.
oh
Love
my
it.
God, he goes out and
Solomon.
just plays in people's faces. If they're at a table, if they're at the bar, he'll go out and do anything.
That's
So it's
cool.
very interactive. It's a show.
You look
It's
up
entertaining.
Exactly.
Yep, you look up Scott Solomon and you look up Richie Taskowitz.
Two
online.
amazing.
They're the best
Amazing.
two sax players in New Jersey. They're in a drag queens. They're both drag queens. But they both are in a drag race with each other for I can't even tell
They're
you.
like
That's that
they're
old
like
buffalo.
competitors, yeah.
I know.
That's
but
good
they-
though. Are they friends?
And Danny Fitzgerald,
they're-
awesome.
You know what's funny?
We played a place, and I'd love to make it up to them. It was a place in Hazlitt called Town and Country.
Yeah. My
And they
dad got
both-
married in there. His
They
second
both showed
wedding.
up, and I don't understand why we played when it was raining or some. I don't even want to take that out. I'll just say we didn't promote it enough. Anyhow, it wasn't what it should have been, and both of those sax players showed up, and we had them both compete in the parking lot at the end of the show.
Get out of here in the parking
It was good.
lot.
It was great.
Wow.
It was one of those times. It was so special. not special needs, but I'm sorry, Shorty.
Oh man, bada boom.
Hey, give it up for Shriners, who was in the house the other night at Tropicana, and
right.
might actually throw a coin or two in Shorty's pocket to be a spokesman. Come on, how better can you do?
I could give away blankets. I broke
What a
the,
show.
I broke
This
the
is
fourth
great.
wall.
How
I
about
looked into the
how
camera.
about just not worry about blankets? How about just hugs?
Mhm.
Hugs.
Now we're getting all mushy.
How about rubbing tugs and hugs?
There you go. So, what do you guys do for fun
That might get
besides
edited out.
music?
Hope
Like,
they gets Donna, please, for
is
last
it all
week,
just
edit that
music?
one out.
I mean, you
That's-
know you're having fun. You can tell you guys are having fun when you're playing.
My only fun is music, really. I don't, it was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
I seen him have fun at the Live's Den. It's a different kind of fun.
Yeah.
Kind of fun. There you go. Bada
Yeah,
bing.
back in the day.
Wow.
Yeah, like last week.
So, what are your?
Just
Now,
kidding,
do you
right?
still
He lived there.
rehearse? You guys still rehearse like new stuff?
I've been trying to tell the band this song. It goes like this. Remember that song?
What was the one we were doing tonight? The
Shit, it's a good song.
last night or something?
Yeah, last night from Morgan Wallen. That's a good song. Come on.
Yeah, we're doing that tonight in our lesson. So you guys really don't get together like on a weekly regimental
You know what?
thing?
No, you know what the thing
Wow.
is? We have
I hate
four
you guys.
different. We have 4 guitar players. We have 10 horn players. We have 4 or 5 drummers. So like
So this is the band.
this is
This is the core of the band right
And,
here.
and Fort
I
Truck
and
Fred.
said it
Fred.
and Fort
Fred.
Truck Fred.
otherwise
Yes.
Hammerside.
otherwise known as Danger Cock.
Fred, come say hi.
Go say,
Come
come on,
on.
get in here and
Come on,
say hi,
Fred.
Fred.
Yeah,
He's-
we
he's-
didn't
he's-
say come get high. We said come get some say hi.
Fort Truck Fred, everybody, in the house. Big son of a guy. Man, I ain't messing with him.
Drink of water.
He's a cool glass of
Now I
water.
see what she sees in you.
All right.
You got
wait a
to
minute.
see her try to tackle him.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I heard that story today too.
I haven't.
Now, what are your future goals? I mean, what do you guys see yourselves in 5-6 more years? Still out here banging it?
I hope.
I hope so.
we're still going in the same direction.
Oh.
We have a. I don't want to say it's a slow trajectory, but we've always been going like this for 23 years, just slowly and still. I never know what the next couple months is gonna bring. So like a couple of weeks ago, we were on a talk show, the Johnny P show,
Yep.
Up Late with Johnny
Late
P.
night. I got a chance to
Up-
come out with
Up
you
Late
guys.
with
on
Johnny
that.
P.
Yes, I was with
So
you
we got
guys.
to hang out with
Blast.
Desmond Child.
Man,
Who wrote
what
it?
a
What did
talented
you
guy.
think of that?
What I thought of the show, or were you guys on the show? Because
All
there's
of
two
it.
Both,
different.
yeah, both.
I thought it was a great experience to see something like that. You guys were phenomenal. Desmond Childs was just wow. I was really blown away, and I didn't really know all the music that this guy wrote was
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Do you remember that slideshow that they played of all
Yes.
the songs he
Unbelievable.
wrote? My
Right.
jaw was just dropping.
Me too, and
the
some-
whole time.
She's
What a diverse,
amazing.
and then you guys get up there and rock it, and Johnny P played with you guys, right?
Yeah, well, that's a prerequisite. If you go on the show, he's got to play a song with the band.
Oh,
plays
well,
drums.
that's fun.
He's a good dude.
Oh, I love Johnny.
I thought he was Corey Feldman.
But it was an interesting night, and thank you guys for letting me come to that. I mean, it was fun. I learned a lot.
Johnny
too.
P. Come on. Late
Johnny
night
P.
with Johnny P. Always gives
No.
us a chance.
Johnny
Oh,
P
Yep.
kind of reminds me of Joe Pesci a little bit.
A little
Did
bit.
you get that?
A little
Yeah,
bit.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to tell you about Shorty Long and the Jersey Horns. I played with these boys down and girl, I love them all. Give it up. Make some noise for Nicolette. She's filling in for DiFaraci, even though DiFaraci quit like 2 years ago. She's
not
still-
filling in for anybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. You're gonna leave big shoes if you ever decide to leave, which I don't think you ever will.
No, I want her
But she's
in the
famous.
band eternally.
John can't leave me until we pay off the truck that we just bought. So.
And I won't leave Nicolette. And not in a dirty way. No, she's as a vocalist bass player relationship. Sorry, Fred. Don't kick my ass.
Now,
How's it going
John,
there?
you teach, right?
I don't know how after this.
Night of Buffalo
You're gonna
Trace.
be
Give
able
Buffalo
to-
it
Trace.
up for Buffalo Trace.
Brought to you by Buffalo Trace.
Buffalo Trace.
Give us a
And Coors
sponsorship.
Light.
If you're looking for fun, look for Carl on the label.
There you go, Carl in the house. How you doing, buddy? Well, I definitely learned a lot tonight with you guys.
It ain't over yet.
It's not over yet. All right, let's
listen.
keep going.
Keep
I'll
tape
tell you
rolling.
what.
First of all, let me tell you. If you ask me, why do you do this?
Why do
Why
you
do I
do
do
it?
this?
Well,
You know why?
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 And this isn't like a funny thing. Everybody has shit going on in their life.
Right.
Everybody, if you're rich or you're poor, you
Just
come
bigger
home
problems.
and you got problems to deal with.
Yeah.
Rich who?
That's why we don't talk politics on stage or
Never.
anything stupid.
Can't talk
we
politics.
are here for you to forget about the rest of your week that you had.
Some people
And
make money.
Yeah,
Some people need money.
yeah. But we're here so for 3 or 4 hours a night, you just forget about all the bullshit that you're dealing with in life.
Some people have sex. Some people need sex. Make some noise out there. Come on.
You know, he
Well-
makes sense.
Yeah, most of the time, yeah.
He makes dollars. I make sense. Give it up for
Nice,
Shorty.
Nice. Well, that was nice, but
Ah, yes. That,
the
that's
first
what got
time
the
in my
laugh.
life, I'm speechless.
My Queen Elizabeth wave is what made you laugh finally.
Don, yeah, you're having a good time.
I'm not.
man.
you got-
I'm not. I'm not Queen Elizabeth waving. I'm directing the air jets.
Well, you do definitely make people forget because when you're there, it's a party. There's no doubt. When you guys are in the house, it's fun. I mean, these guys are, buying shots, drinking shots. They'll come out in the crowd and
Yeah.
talk with you.
Find us at
Ricky.
Ribs Hub.
Ribs Hub.
Find us at Beachcomber.
Yep. And
Find
it's
us
a party.
Lighthouse Tavern in Waretown.
Yep.
That's all the Ocean County venues we play somehow off season. In season, which is really May to September,
Yeah.
I would say you got to do Seashell.
Surf City
I
Hotel.
want to come
And
see you at the
Nardies.
Seashell. I haven't done that yet. That's
Nardies.
because they say that's so much fun.
Seashell
Down there.
A
is-
real good time is Surf
Yeah.
City Hotel.
And the Surf City Hotel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And Jamie, we can't thank you enough. Also, Brian Donahue for putting us on his show, too.
Yeah.
But give it up for Jamie and this because we've got to experiment live time with a little bit of something.
Live time.
Live time.
Lifetime.
Live time.
Yeah. I mean, I had a blast. You guys, I hang with you guys.
This is
whatever.
our second bite at the apple because
Yes, it is.
Donna realized that I would have jeopardized my day job with all the I said last time.
Yeah.
Make some
yeah.
noise out there.
Donna.
You
She
say
wants-
that
Running
might-
the board.
This guy's not going to be able to afford this anymore.
Nah, we're gonna be all right. And I got to thank Crossroads Realty for making this happen, and Ron Shapiro. Thank you so much for doing the studio here. I appreciate it. Oh, did I say? No, I meant Ron.
Ron Shapiro. Give it up for
Shaffrey.
Ron Shapiro, Crossroads
No,
Realty.
he said the
Listen,
wrong
you
name.
guys got me flabbergasted.
Alex
a little
Davis.
bit.
No, it's not
It's
Ron
Chris
Shapiro.
Shapiro.
Who is
Thank
that?
you so much, Chris and Ron.
Chris,
and Mark.
Ron.
Thank you guys so much.
Brooksy.
Listen, the Shorty Long Band. There's like nobody like you guys, man. There's-
thank
and you
God.
know what? You guys you set trends. You don't follow them, and that's what I live by too. You
Listen.
gotta be different, man.
Can
You
we
gotta be
watch this
different.
back and approve it somehow? Or else
Yeah.
we're going to week 3.
I want to be surprised.
Yeah, well,
No,
you're
no.
gonna be.
You
No,
have
we're gonna
nothing.
watch it.
Give it up for Shorty. He has nothing to lose. It's great.
That's right. Nothing to lose.
guys. You're a party no matter where you go.
Too
And
big to fail.
Can we have Carl back and an interpreter?
You guys do the best impersonations of him.
Show them your Carl impersonation.
Yeah, boo. Yeah, boo. So here's what happened. So back in the 80s, you could do a lot of things. And one of the things you could do is go score some stuff in Washington Heights, New York, which is by the George Washington Bridge,
Yes, it is.
apparently. And we had a lot of fun. We came home, and I only know how to come out the Lincoln Tunnel. That's dirty. But we came out, and we're in Times Square somehow. And in Times Square, there's 2 cops on horses saying to me to get my friends back in the truck. This might have to get edited, and that's okay. So as I see my friend Carl going, bah, 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 I realized because of the burning smell of plastic in the truck and the fact that there was no McDonald's burning smells of plastic things. What do you call those things?
Styrofoam.
Styrofoam. That's it. It smelled like that. He
We
must
had to
have. He
walk
must have
into a
smoked
joke.
something. McDonald's now is wrapped in paper. What do you want from me?
It used to be in the beginning.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, beginning then 70s and 80s and 90s and now. Anyhow, now Carl speaks a little different. and he doesn't. He lost a bunch of consonants, much like the guy in Fridays who lost some of the alphabet too. He goes bah, bah, bah.
You guys all do the impersonation of this guy.
I love Carl.
But
Carl's a
ready?
great guy,
So
man.
give me a sentence and I will repeat it.
Anything like the sky is blue.
How you doing today, John?
Babby dooby dabby dabby. Go ahead, give me another one.
Are you teaching tomorrow?
Cabby.
I can do this for another hour.
One more, third. Give me a third one. Third one.
Where are you going to be playing this weekend?
Babby, hammer, simmer, hammer. That's it. Thank you so much.
Give
We
it up
love
for
you.
John Kern,
Yeah.
Nicolette Davis, Shorty Long for being my guest tonight, and guys, I can't thank you enough for coming out. And we're gonna do some more. We're gonna shut it down right now.
Clam
do
Man.
Some more. The Clam Man.
You
yeah.
old sucker.
So
Twice.
thank you guys all for watching. We hope we didn't offend anybody too much, but listen, tonight it wasn't about real estate. It was about Shorty Long Band and rock and roll.
Don't
See ya. What?
Don't take offense. Buy a house from our friend right here, Jamie.
Thank you guys so
Lasazzo.
much. Thank you, everybody.
ShootingLongRocks.com.
All right.
Oh man, if you guys.